All right, so last time on Descent into Avernus, you guys are still under the Van Thamper villa. You guys successfully cleared out most of the rooms. You were able to disguise yourself through the cultists' bunks, and so you didn't have to fight all of those guys. But you cleared all the rest of the rooms. You cleared the temple. You killed the whatever the barb devil that was sitting in there waiting for you guys. Because I believe it was yes, no, I
It
think it
was
was
no, it was
Grizzy's.
Ludwig. Or yeah, sorry, Grizzy's.
Yeah, it was Grizzy's. Could not stand, and so he went and
Oh yeah,
quietly closed the doors and then started a rampage.
He
forgot
just
all about
Awesome.
Boondock Saints that shit.
Yeah. And then it took you guys a little bit of time to find the secret door to Duke Van Thamper's secret hideaway, but you guys eventually found it thanks to the little demon cat, or
Yeah.
whatever, the cat with the wings.
Good kitty.
You guys went in, you boot stomped her face, and destroyed her, and then you guys, if you don't remember, you obtained 2 keys from her. They were in the pocket of her dress, and they're oh, I don't know that we went over this. Okay, so so there's an obsidian altar in the middle of the room. And I don't remember if you guys did anything with this. I don't remember talking about it.
we knew
It
there was
has
something that
tiny.
was on fire.
Yeah, so there's a black obsidian altar. It has tiny infernal runes carved in a ring around the 9-inch tail, angel-shaped flames erupting from its top. The flame bears a vague resemblance to some deity of some kind.
What kind of runes did you say were on there?
Infernal.
Can I read them, please?
It doesn't have a translation for them. They're just infernal runes.
Do I recognize them at all? As
So I'm gonna say, like, if you can read that, you can tell that this is some type of altar to Zariel. Zariel.
okay.
And
What do I?
so it's
Okay.
on fire. The altar is.
Do I know anything about Zariel?
No. Other than Zariel is, you don't know a whole lot about Zariel other than she is an angelic fighter. She's a celestial type being that let me find it real quick, because you would know this in general.
Being a paladin and all.
Yeah. Dang it, I was just reading this. Hold up. Okay, so she was an angel that is like known for a massive victory, or well, no, she was close to victory. She attacked Avernus. So, but it's a well-known battle in the demon realm.
That's interesting. I wonder why. Van Thamper has this altar to someone who has attacked Avernus. When it sounds like she's trying to unleash Avernus.
Maybe Zariel had some secret to how they got into Avernus,
Hmm.
and that was the key to their victory.
Hmm.
But I'm just
throwing
out theories here.
Well,
So yeah,
hopefully Thavius will be able to shed some light on this.
Speaking of that shifty motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I think you guys were going to try to take a long rest.
I think you said we
think we did.
succeeded. Yeah.
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 Because I have all my stuff already.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah. Getting my campaigns confused. We did not level up in this one.
No, you guys should all be level 6.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
16, you mean?
Clark's a better DM. He lets us level up.
But only when you earn it.
I know. I'm joking.
I don't know. Just
All right.
don't know anymore.
So
Yeah. So those keys.
Yeah.
Who picked up those keys?
it would have been either you or Rhea, because you guys are right next to her body.
I'll go ahead and pick them up. With the examination we did of the one other door we aren't able to get here, can we tell if this key will fit that?
Examination of the door that you could not open before.
Yeah, the door that we spent a ton of time trying to look at and get. Okay, cool. All right, so
one of the keys that you hold in your hand looks like it will fit in that lock.
Perfect. And the other one is I can't remember. Was there a locked chest up in her room upstairs?
There was.
I remember that.
So that's probably what the other key's for.
All right.
Should we do that first? Go get the chest first, and then.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Let me move.
Because who knows if if there's like, we'll have to do it quick. Because I mean, we don't know how much time we have before they complete whatever they're doing down here.
True.
Yeah.
But would we have time to? Or I guess we
wouldn't know.
Yeah, we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So I would say let's go like super speedy quick. Can we go up the entrance that leads into the kitchen rather than going through the barn house?
Yeah, the barn house was the one that led into that tunnel that.
That was the dead end, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
all
then whichever one gets us into the house quickly, and then we'll run upstairs and check out the chest.
Okay. All right, so we're just gonna say that you guys do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna move you to.
Don't move us. Yeah, that's fine.
Let me figure out where that was.
What did we do with the Apocalypto tome? Do we still have that in our possession?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
That had
And that strange cube, like puzzle cube.
Yeah.
You still have that too.
Yep.
That had Infernal on it too, didn't it?
Yeah, and I think we were able to find out that like held a pact that somebody had with a demon.
Thavius, probably.
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to look and see in my notes if I have that written down.
Okay. All right, so you guys go upstairs. You go into the Duke's master bedroom, and you insert the key into the chest.
Does it moan?
unlocks. It unlocks. Inside, it contains 3 thin, black-covered ledgers with entries written in Infernal.
Hey,
As you can read Infernal, you can tell that it's records of Duke Van Thamper's legitimate business dealings.
I can see Clark.
Yeah.
So I reconnected and it worked.
There is a set of calligrapher's supplies, a poisoner's kit,
Whoa.
a coin pouch made from a sheep's bladder.
Is there anything in there?
Yeah, it's got 22. What? 22 PP?
Platinum. All
Platinum
right.
Platinum pieces.
Okay.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like
Shoot for this
$2,200.
guy. Let's take it.
Yeah.
So 22 platinum, 85 gold, and 113 silver.
All right, who's
You sure it
tracking
wasn't
that?
I've got it all.
gigs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got it all in
PPs?
yeah, PPs. Nice.
Yeah.
I've got that in the bag of holding.
22 dildos.
Yep.
She's very
Oh,
lonely.
Of various shapes and sizes. There's an
Okay.
infernal dildo in there.
Has I
Oh,
know
gosh, terrible.
I know Lucas has, but has anyone else watched The Boys?
Oh yeah, holy
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Don't sneeze.
Don't sneeze.
Do not
Oh my gosh.
sneeze.
You
Alright.
know what's funny about Amazon Prime Video?
What?
They certainly don't have a single problem showing a man's ass or their penis,
Nope.
but they will not show women's private parts at all.
It's so
Have you
strange.
noticed that?
Nope.
I haven't picked it up, but
Yeah.
yeah. I don't watch a lot on there though.
I don't either.
Okay. In addition to all of that money,
A lot
your
of money.
your money does jiggle.
Yeah.
And folds?
It does not fold. There is pipes of the sewers.
What?
What is that?
Is that her bong's name?
Yeah.
Pipes of the sewers. Let me read it, because there's no description here. It's a musical instrument.
Oh.
But it tastes like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it requires attunement. You must be proficient with wind instruments to use these pipes. While you're attuned to these pipes, ordinary rats and giant rats are indifferent toward you and will not attack you unless you threaten or harm them. The pipes have 3 charges. If you play the pipes as an action, you can use a bonus action to expend 1 to 3 charges, calling forth 1 swarm of rats with each expended charge.
All right. Let me see. Pipes of
Pipes.
the sewers. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the bag of holding, unless anybody wants it. So then we can hopefully sell that and
I don't have a proficiency with wind instruments.
yep. We don't have any horny
Yeah, I
bards.
suck at blowing myself too.
Yeah, this would be a bard.
Yeah.
A
Skin
bard.
flutes not my forte.
What'd
You know,
you say,
Toots
Clark?
is
Skin flute's not my forte.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that's one instrument that Toots is proficient at, skin flute.
Do you? Hey, Adam, do you have a voice modulator on?
Do I?
You sound
Your
deeper.
trans voice modulator on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sound weird.
Oh,
It puts the lotion on the skin.
How's that? Is that better?
Yep, that is
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Sorry, I didn't realize I was on.
All right.
Yeah. No,
We can
I
understand you.
Well, yeah, I can understand you, but I remember you saying last time you were asking if it worked, and I said it didn't work, so I was wondering if you were playing with it.
He's playing with it.
Crazy.
I'm clipping my fingernails.
Make
right
you
now.
go blind. Okay,
Okay.
so that is
Anything else in
everything
there?
that's in the chest.
Cool.
That is all of it.
Then yeah, we'll scurry down back to the door that we can't get into.
Okay, so I will put y'all in front of the door.
Oh, that's over there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys. I'll let you guys line up however you want to line up.
Go ahead and go.
You will
Here.
notice, just so you guys know, you'll notice I changed Fallister Fisk's token. It's a different token now.
I don't even see him.
He's up here in the hallway. Here, I'll bring him down.
Okay. Nice.
He doesn't look like an idiot anymore.
Okay. All right. So
yeah.
who's opening the door?
I've got the key, so first I'll put my ear to the door and see if I can hear anything on the other side. We'll start with that.
Nope, you can't
No,
hear anything.
because it's like super thick door.
Yeah.
All right, then I will gently insert the key into the hole.
The key lock moans as you insert the key.
That wasn't me.
It unlocks.
Okay.
You hear the clicking and it unlocks.
All right. Does it pull or push?
It jiggles.
Yep.
It pushes.
Okay. Then I will gently push the door open.
All right. You all may enter the room.
Well, I want to look in first. Do I see anybody? Yeah. Any people in there?
Yeah. I mean, you should see a man standing at the far end of the room.
I do.
Like this room?
So, okay. This room contains 4 wooden tables with 2 small wooden coffers atop each one. Hanging on the wall opposite the door is a beautiful golden shield. Standing in front of the shield is an old man in plain garments, carrying a lit candlestick. As he turns to face the door, you see that his shadow on the far wall does not match his form, but appears to be the shadow of a pudgy, horned fiend with small wings.
I will
surprise, motherfucker.
Yep. As we stand in, I will my voice just kind of gets a little bit more authoritative, kind of righteously indignant. And going in there and Thavius Craig, in the name of all that is good and just, I demand that you lay down your arms and come with us quietly to answer for your crimes. If not, prepare to face justice itself.
Okay. So, 2 things happen. First, at the mention of his name, Rhea Mantlemorn comes bursting through, and she gets in front of you guys, and she immediately kneels on the ground in front of him. And 2, I want everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Everyone gets +3 on this save because you are next to me.
Yeah.
It's a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, that's fine. Everyone still gets +3 on their saves if they're within 10 feet of me.
That's a 13.
It's a 25.
Yes, if yours is 25 with
disadvantage. I rolled a 17 and a 19, and I have a +5 modifier. Plus my +3 on top of that.
Okay, so... Okay, Grizzy's was 10.
13. With the...
13?
Yeah, because I get +3 for being next to...
Oh, gotcha. Alright, and Darnell was...
17.
17. Clark, what are you?
Sweet 3.
Okay. Clark,
Yeah.
come on down to private chat with me.
Oh,
Yes!
shit. All right.
It's gonna be
No.
good.
We're about to catch those hands.
Yep.
Those astral hands.
Yep.
What do you roll?
Who?
Clark?
I think he
not
rolled a
even-
3.
Yeah, 3.
So
Wait, how did he get a 3 with a +3? It's something low. Mine may only be a...
I thought you said 23.
Mine was... mine was 25. It's 22 at the lowest, because I think mine automatically adds the +3.
What did you roll? You got a 25, right?
I think so. Either 25 or 22. I think my aura protection is automatically added to all of my stuff, so it would be a 22.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll find out
Yeah.
the hard way.
Yeah, that makes sense because my intelligence has a +3 modifier, and my intelligence, yeah. So it did. So I got to roll the 22.
So okay.
For me, it did, not for you guys.
Yeah. That makes sense.
My charisma saving throw modifier is +9.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, Lugwin's isn't even that high.
That aura of protection, man.
His is a +8. Once we hit 8th level, he's gonna have... Yeah. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah. Charisma is my second highest stat. But I'm proficient in charisma saving throws. So I get my proficiency bonus on top of it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right now, my 2 highest stats are the same:
Nice.
strength and con.
Yeah. I need to bump up my con. I need those good old hit points.
Yeah, you can take that tough feat
Yeah.
that adds extra HP every time you level.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. But you have to give up an ability score modifier.
Oh, yeah, that's true because you get a feat.
Yeah.
What's for Lugwin? Is his you use charisma, right, for your spellcasting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And his is focused on like intimidation and
Right. Yeah, the fear aspect of everything.
yeah.
Yep.
So he's got like a plus. I think it's a +7 to his intimidation checks.
So there's a really broken barbarian build that I'm working on with this guy. That watching Clark's face is kind of fun.
Yeah.
There's a vampiric ability when he does damage, half the damage, or for the full amount of damage, half of it he gets back in hit points. He heals for that much. So with that and striking for 36, whatever, 40 something points in a swing, I automatically heal for 20. And then if I do the same thing with my unarmed strike to keep my rage going by punching myself, I hit myself for 4, I heal for 2.
Right.
While keeping my rage going.
Wow.
That's awesome. Yeah, in our other game, we have a barbarian who is, well, I guess his primary is he's a druid, but he's multi-class in the barbarian, so he can get the rage bonus with his wild shape.
He's doing bear form?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing some really cool stuff. I mean, he's one of those guys that'll get every benefit that he can. So he's like spent time and figured out all this stuff. And like I had to pore over it for like 30 minutes to fully understand it with him.
Yeah. I've been watching YouTube videos on barbarian builds.
Nice. I have a character created for the next one shot that I play. It's a barbarian. So yeah, and he's a professional wrestler.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I can't remember what I named him. I gotta go see if I can find it, but I'll pull it up right here. It was what did I name it? Come on, load.
Damn, they're hashing it out.
They really are. Where is he?
Not gonna lie, I've thought about possibly DMing a session with this group, but I'd have everyone start at level 10.
Yeah.
So we can actually do later levels.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
They just released because of Stranger Things, they like Vecna's been all over the place. So they just released a level 20 one shot.
Oh wow.
That has you fighting Vecna at the end of it. That would be really cool. Yeah, so I didn't name him, but
character.
Fully built, like maxed out, like godlike characters. Because Vecna is, in D&D lore, like he is like a mortal ascended to godhood. Mm-hmm. I'm listening to the Critical Role, and that's he's the main big bad in the first campaign. They're getting ready to fight him. dude, the Barbarian looks like so much fun. Because you get to rage, but you also get to use, like, cutting words.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, brother, can you smell what I'm cooking? And just, it'll be a lot of fun. Definitely want to do some higher level stuff. I wish they would release modules for higher levels, like built out, so you don't have to do any work. This is a level 10 adventure.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, man. I guess they kind of leave that to homebrew shit now.
Well, that and the DMs Guild. So the DMs Guild is like the people who write and publish the modules for they are Wizards of the Coast writers. It's just not sanctioned through Wizards.
Okay.
Like, but they are like contracted out through them, and they get paid for all their stuff and whatnot. So
That's cool.
yeah, so there's good stuff there.
Is that where you found that companion for the?
Yep. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's on there. I mean, I found it on Reddit, but it's from the DMs Guild. Yeah, I need to purchase that bad boy because that's gonna help so much.
Come back.
Yeah, I know.
Brian, do you have the Jeopardy music?
Yeah. Here you go.
Should put that on Sirenscape. Let them know
Oh, I wish I could.
so they can hear it.
That would take too long to set up. They'd be back by the time, but.
Oh, I can't hear it.
See, that's weird. There's something up with this that, because like I can hear it fine. It shows up in OBS, but.
All right, guys.
Oh.
We're back.
Damn.
We're back.
You see, as you guys, I don't know if whoever's can see Kit can see his eyes kind of bugging out when he's looking around.
Yeah, I imagine.
He's super high right now. He's super baked, bro.
Oh no.
Okay. So
What'd you roll again, Clark?
3.
3.
Oh man.
But
So
you rolled
3
it,
plus 3?
and then you got 6. Yeah.
I rolled a 1, but I have a +2 to wisdom, so I got a 3.
So
Okay.
Plus Brian's 3, or so 6.
yeah.
So 6, yeah, 6.
All right. So while all of that is while stuff with Clark is going on, or sorry, Kit. So Rhea runs in, and she kneels before Thavius,
We
and
probably should have had a conversation with her before busting in here.
she says, "My lord." And that's it. And so yes, if you remind me again what you were asking of him.
Basically just telling him to lay down his arms and come with us to face justice, otherwise, or to answer for his crimes, otherwise he's going to face justice itself.
As I am the law.
Yeah, as I see Rhea run past us, I'll yell at her. I said, "Girl, get back! He's not the man you knew."
And so Thavius looks at you all, not menacingly at all. And by the way, so the shield that is on the wall behind him, I'm gonna pop it up on your screen.
Whoa.
That is what the shield looks like.
Okay.
Like it'd be perfect for a dragonborn to hold.
Whoa.
Look at that.
That is, just got to deal with the demon inside.
Okay, so that should be, it
Like
should be in your journals now. So Thavius looks at you and he says, I have no weapons. I am a prisoner here.
Then you'll come with us without any trouble then.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah.
14.
can tell he's lying.
Yeah. My eyes will narrow, and we know of your demonic corruption. We know of your plans to bring the hells upon this city as you did in El Terrell, you false leader.
I don't know what you mean with El Terrell. I was away from the city when it fell. I was visiting
Conveniently.
a local parish a few miles away when the city fell. I can't be blamed for that. I was just as astonished as everybody else.
Don't play games with us. All signs point to you. Van Thamper's just down the hall. We know you're involved.
Rhea stands up and kind of puts herself between you guys and him, and she just says, "Why do you not believe his words?"
Look at his shadow, and you'll see the truth.
That is nothing. That could be tricks.
Tricks. You're
No,
naive.
Tricks are for kids, young lady. This is an adult man right here.
Thavius speaks up and says, "Listen, the Van Thamper's guards kidnapped me upon entering Baldur's Gate. She acquired magical shield behind me from a crypt under the city, and she's forcing me to ascertain the magical properties of it. I am a prisoner here.
Yeah, what's the shield told you about it?
The shield has told me nothing other than it means to destroy, other than I can ascertain that it is a destructive shield and will destroy the city."
And how long have you spent with this shield?
I have been down here for weeks, nearly since El Terrell fell.
You must be a very wise individual.
Is Kit giving? I mean, I guess we don't know anything about what happened to Kit, so never mind. Knowing that he was talking out of his ass, and seeing the demonic shadow behind him,
Grizzly's asked Rhea what she rolled in her will save.
yeah. Rhea, we know you can just tell, and by his words and his lies, that he has been down here and being corrupted by that item or whatever demonic possession that the Van Thampers have put him down here for. He is not the man that you know.
There is no proof of that. Until I have proof, I will not betray my lord. You're asking me to betray the leader of my city.
I cast Zone of Truth in his area.
Ah, shit.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You want proof? I'll give you the proof, and I'll hold out my hand, and light emanates from it as the ground around Thavius radiates. He needs to make a charisma saving throw.
So while he's making that charisma saving throw, Kit's going to quietly whisper to the team, "Hey guys, that shield's talking. Like talking. Like it's in my head telling me that it belongs to somebody called the Hidden Lord, something like that. Now it's asking me to find it in the Nine Hells and release it, and it'll give us information. And apparently, he's telling me about some secret society that's trying to help the destruction of this city. Now, I think it's either our buddy Fisk behind us, or it's that woman who thought she was going to be tough as nails and that we left behind. So I think if we can, we need to corner our friend Fisk over here quietly and ask some questions. And maybe if I can get Shield Boy to start talking some more, we can get some more information out of each of them.
Well,
hopefully.
And quietly, we'll speak quietly, but we know that Thirstwell The guy upstairs that we beat the crap out of. He told us that the shield.
Thirst trap.
Yeah, thirst trap. He told us that the shield had a devil named Gargoth in it, and that Thavius wanted to release it to destroy Baldur's Gate. That's why
And
we're here.
beyond that, why
I
should
think
we
the
believe
shield's-
the words of a demonic shield?
The shield's playing hardball with Thavius over here. He ain't saying nothing.
Let's deal with Thavius first. Let's get the answers we need from him, and then we'll deal with the shield. I will take
And that's
on.
what I'm saying. I think we just need to obtain the shield as long as Thavius don't got it in his possession.
I believe any corruption that the shield has, I believe I'd be able to withstand it enough to where we can get the information that we need. So let's get our information from Thavius first, and then we'll deal with the voices in your head.
Wait, y'all not hearing it? All right.
No,
Okay.
no. That's what I'm saying. I think we'll deal with that after this. So cast the zone of truth on Thavius. He needs to make a charisma saving throw.
He failed.
Yeah, he did. Okay, so with that, until the spell ends, a creature that starts its turn there must make a charisma. Okay, on a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie.
Wait, say that last part.
An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. So he can just if he's gonna lie, he can just be quiet. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Okay.
So
cool.
I will approach him. It's a 15-foot sphere in the area, so it'll.
Chris, how good are you at being a politician?
Yeah. Right. Amazing. Yeah. Essentially. So I will approach him, and all right, now that I have your attention, tell me again what it is you are doing here with the shield.
I have been tasked by Duke Van Thamper to release the demon from inside.
And has it been speaking to you?
It has.
What has it told you?
It has promised to help in the Duke's wishes if we free it.
What were the Duke's wishes?
To bring chaos and evil to the city.
So why would you want to help her with that?
She asked me to.
Objection, hearsay.
I guess that's hearsay.
So you're saying she just asked you after your city was destroyed by her, you are just going to answer to the woman who is now wanting to bring the same chaos onto this city.
Why do you think that she destroyed our city?
It was admitted to us by her sons.
Okay.
Did you not know this?
He's not going to answer.
Okay, I'll look at Rhea.
Yeah.
Do you need any more evidence?
He has just confirmed what he already told us.
That he knew that Duke Van Thamper was the one that destroyed Elturel, the city that he is a leader of, and he is willingly helping her to bring chaos upon Baldur's Gate.
It sounds like he's being forced to help her.
Thavius, are you being forced to help?
Let her ask.
Okay.
No.
There you go. All right, you go ahead.
Lord Thavius, are these accusations true? Have you been What was the question? What did you want to
Coerced.
ask?
Has he
If
been
he's
coerced?
making-
Has he been forced to help? Or is he doing it of
Have
his
you
own
been-
volition?
Have you been forced to help?
Did you shit the bed?
Um,
Call of Duty.
Thavius does not answer.
See?
Actually, he says, I have already answered this question.
Uh-huh.
Thavius, what is your actual form, friend?
My actual form?
I mean, clearly by your shadow, you are hiding something.
Well, that is a trick of this room.
A trick of the room, he says.
Why don't the others have these same malformed shadows?
I do not know the answer to that.
Of course you don't.
Answer the question, you feckless cunt. Now, what is the name that the shield's given you?
Gargoth.
Huh. So now either you are lying, or the shield is lying.
As you know, I cannot lie.
Kit, that is the
And
same name
and
that
that's
it was.
the answer.
That is the same name that we were told.
I'm gonna look at the shield very, just, my eye will be slits. I'm staring dagger at the shield.
I mean, technically, the shield is in the zone of truth as well.
That's true.
If it does speak to Clark, I mean, we have to roll the same on its entity, whatever, however you want to do that. But,
I'm
Rhea.
just gonna knock on my own head. Hey, Lord, you still there? Huh? I'm talking to you.
So Grizzlies will talk to Rhea and say, would you... Alright, we won't attack him, but we are going to take him into the captain. So, he will not be harmed if he comes peacefully. Will you agree to those terms?
I will agree.
Thavius Craig, you are under arrest. You must come with us to pay for your crimes.
All right, I will go willingly. Do you have any more questions for him?
Are you possessed by a demon right now?
He
Objection leading.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plead
he
the
does.
fifth. Plead the fifth. Fifth.
He does not answer you.
I don't necessarily want to take a demon-possessed person out of here. And I don't have a way of exorcising.
So,
Exercising or exorcising?
Yeah, exorcising the being. I'm trying to see.
if we could take him past
Hey,
the
real quick.
door and then shut her in.
Real quick, Chris, I need to lay down. My leg's cramping pretty bad, but I'm still gonna have my headset on. I
Okay.
won't be able to move myself.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. That's fine.
If we take you out of this room, what are you going to do?
He says nothing.
So did we try not to super table talk and just kind of get in the general? Like, so we haven't played in a while, so my memory is not what it could be. Talking to the two people that were imprisoned, what did we find out from them? What we found in those cells?
Yeah.
You learned from Fallister Fisk that's with you, so he earned your trust because he spoke with you. He is working for Silvira Savicus, who is a tiefling expert on the Nine Hells, currently based in Candlekeep. He saw the puzzle box that you guys had in your hands, and he told you that he could take you to Candlekeep to
Oh, that's right.
Sylvis
Yeah.
and help you unlock the puzzle box.
That's right.
The other lady,
Satir
in there.
Theon.
yeah,
She wasn't very cooperative.
Nope.
yeah, she told you some stuff, but then you realized she was lying, and then she kind of just shut her mouth, and then
Yep.
she became hostile. So you guys
Just left her there.
left her
Okay.
there. Yeah.
What was her name again?
Satir Theon Hune.
Could we bring Fisk in here and have him see if he recognizes Thavius at all?
Yep.
Well, I was going to ask Thavius questions before Fisk came in, and maybe he would name him before he came in.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Do it.
Thavius, what do you know about the Duke's goings on? Do you know about a prisoner that she's collected recently?
You're asking this to Thavius?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, does one of them belong to a society that you would consider quiet?
Like a bunch of mutes?
Not like you know exactly what I'm saying, Thavius. I kick real hard, friend. I kick real hard.
Are you referring to a secret society?
The one and the same.
Yes.
What is the name of this
Now, do you-
society?
What'd you say?
What's the name of the society?
We have not been able to ascertain that yet.
Now, what was the name of the prisoner you have collected from said society that you have not ascertained yet?
Her name is Satir.
Looks like
Chris, you can go in there now.
Grizzies, get Fisk.
Okay.
So he'll call back to Fisk and say, "Step inside."
All right. Fisk walks inside and he says, "Ah, I see you found Thavius."
Thavius, do you know this man?
Yes, this is the man that he tried to follow me into, and then he shuts his mouth and doesn't say anymore.
Ballister, where were you following this man?
I followed him here. I followed him from the gates. He walked right here to the Van Thamper Villa.
And you followed him in and got arrested.
Exactly. I was trying to find a way to get in the rest of the way when I was captured.
Is there some secret that you're hiding from us? Because he seemed to get real quiet when he was talking about where you got found.
No, there's. I mean, so I'm just gonna point out that he. So if you listen to what Thavius originally said, which was that he was captured by the guards entering the city, and then he just told you that Fallister was following him to the Van Thamper Villa.
Let's I'm
I'm gonna quietly step into the doorway here.
I want to see if I can grab Ballister by the arm and kind of move him over near Thavius towards the zone of truth.
Okay.
Also, can I do oh my gosh, is my brain not working right now? A insight check to see if he's actually lying about it, or he's just trying to hide something.
Fallister. Yeah, you can do an insight check.
Let's hope nobody. 12.
I mean, he seems truthful to you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to guide him over towards Thavius, and And as we get closer, I'll kind of, if he resists, I'll kind of shove him into the zone.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's in the zone as soon as he gets
I
in.
guess, yeah, he is kind of in the zone,
Yeah.
kind of in the area. So
Yeah, I
he
mean,
will.
he willingly walks into the zone.
Okay. Does he? Is he going to submit to the zone of truth, or do you want him to make the save?
He submits. He has nothing to hide.
Okay. Fallister,
Yes.
how did you end up in your cell?
I was captured when I was attempting to get in to see what had happened to Thavius.
And have you heard all of what Thavius has said since we've been talking to him?
I have not. I've been out in the hallway. What has he said?
Where did you follow Thavius to and from?
Well, I caught wind of him when he was entering the city. He was dressed as a commoner, and I was able to track him fairly easily, and I tracked him back to the Van Thamper Villa.
Are you aware of any secret society that the prisoner adjacent to you is a part of?
I am not. She would not talk to me. Well, and we weren't really permitted to talk because of that demon that was in the room with us.
I'm gonna nudge Grizzy's. I just kind of speak low, as to not like tip off Alistair and Thavius. I think they got the real Thavius somewhere else. I think this one's a stand-in. I think the real one's held up by gods, and this one right here is a demon playing games. Now, is there a way to get him to show his true form?
Brian, can't you sense fiends?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and use a divine sense. Well, let's see. It might not be divine sense. Let me see.
I think it says it sense good or evil?
You can see the house. Oh yeah, divine sense lets me know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. So I will go ahead and burn one of those and see if I detect any fiends.
What's the distance?
60 feet. That is not behind total cover, so it would just be this room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you don't sense any.
I don't sense any fiends at all.
Nope.
Even though we know he's possessed by a demon.
I mean, all you know is that you saw a weird shadow.
Well, I asked him, and he didn't answer. And he didn't answer me.
Yeah. You don't sense any demons or fiends.
Kill him!
Yep. Thavius Craig, you, being of sound mind, willingly assisted Duke Van Thamper in the destruction of your own city and the attempted destruction of Baldur's Gate. You will now face justice, and I will go ahead and swing my mace at his face.
Mace to the face.
So, okay. Before you do that, give me an intimidation roll.
I can do that. I'm good at those. 18.
Okay. So he immediately just falls to the ground as you on the upswing of your axe. He falls to the ground and he completely submits and asks to spare his life, and he will tell you the truth.
I will hold. What truth are you not telling me already?
You have some of the answers, but not all of them.
Give me all of them.
It was not the Van Thampers that caused El Terrell to fall. It was me. So with that knowledge, Rhea immediately, like, she gasps and she just turns around and looks at him, and she's like in complete shock, and she doesn't really have anything to say, but she starts to slowly back away from him. You can tell that she's completely broken from this knowledge, and then he begins to tell you a tale about how he had been working with a demon that they timed when El Terrell would fall, and he lured older Ravengard to El Terrell, his archenemy, and then he left the city supposedly on a trip to a local parish. But at that same time is when El Terrell fell into Avernus, and then he escaped to Baldur's Gate, where he immediately sought out the Van Thampers because he was aware that they were trying to attempt the same thing here in Baldur's Gate. And he tells you that he had been tasked with releasing Gargoth because Gargoth would assist in the descent into Avernus for Baldur's Gate.
Said the thing. He said the thing. Definitely, I was just thinking about it. I definitely missed a Few Good Men moment.
Oh yeah.
That would have been
You
dope.
can't handle the truth.
Yeah. Tell me the truth. Did you order the code red? Dang it. I wish I would have thought about that sooner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have any more questions for him while he is completely submissive?
So it was the Alder Ravengard. Wait, Alder Ravengard was the one who...
No.
No.
So he
city.
lured older Ravengard there, who is... So older Ravengard is the Grand Duke.
He's the leader of the Flaming Fist.
Well, he's the Grand Duke as well. So he's like the leader of the city. So he lured him to El Terrell to get rid of him because he knew El Terrell was going to fall, and so he wanted to get rid of
the Grand Duke. So Duke Van Thamper could become the Grand Duke.
Yeah.
Got it.
You'll likely hang for this.
We will take him to Saj.
I do need to know.
Oh. We stopped it, boys.
Good job.
Enter over.
Yeah. Well, who would be... Okay, I'll ask him this. With Alder Ravengard and now Van Thamper out of the picture, who's next in line for it to be the Grand Duke?
I do not know that. Oh, Adam. He popped off because he was AFK, probably.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll move him back so he doesn't have to get up. Come on now. There we go. We'll take him to the Captain's Lodge and put him in with the rest of the prisoners.
Hit Rhea.
Anybody else think that last voice sounded like the Dead Men Tell No Tales from the Pirates Ride?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, do you have any questions about the shield or anything?
Yeah. So what have you been doing to the shield to attempt to unleash the demon?
Jerking it off.
Yep.
Let's see here.
But unleash the demon all over my face.
Yeah.
Stroke shaft, swallow the gravy.
It's ectoplasm, I swear.
Oh, it's such a good dude.
This is one of my favorite episodes.
Love it.
So, I mean, really, he's just been talking. He doesn't know how to release Gargoth from the shield. He has just been, been praying and just trying to find a weakness to release Gargoth to assist. But he does tell you that the presence of the shield in the city is what has caused all of the chaos and mayhem lately.
Show him the lockbox.
Yeah, so we'll pull out the puzzle or the infernal puzzle box. What can you tell us about this, or what can your shield demon tell us about this? This was something of your make. Is that not true? Where is it? It was. Yeah. I had it written down and I saw it. Where'd it go?
Yeah, the puzzle box. I forget where you guys found that.
We found it with one of the with Thirst Trap.
Oh, that's right.
It was in his room. Thavius is the owner of an infernal puzzle box from Duke Thalara Van Thamper. Is what I have written down.
So she gathered all the pieces and then hoped that he could unlock it.
Well, he is the owner of this box, so he had he's gonna know.
But she gave it to him, right?
Yeah. So he. You can tell that something is preventing him from talking about the puzzle box.
Got a little demon in you?
You want one?
You want some?
I am not demon possessed. The shadow that you see behind me is because I worship demons now.
Yes, you also hold contracts with them. What did you give up for this demon's power?
I cannot say.
Cannot or will not?
Cannot.
Can't or won't. Just keep doing different words games.
Can't, you giant bird.
When we pulled out,
don't get racist on me now, Thavius.
when we pulled out the box, did anything happen with the shield? Did Kit hear any voices or?
No, Kit has heard no more voices from the shield.
Now, what do you know of the hidden lord, Thavius?
Should we just grab the shield?
We will.
Like we can't just leave it here, right?
No, we're taking that thing out of here.
Take it somewhere.
Maybe I should grab the shield just in case.
No, you've already its influence has already got to you, Kit. Let me carry this burden.
The hidden lord is just the name of the shield. It is called the Shield of the Hidden Lord. Gargoth is the hidden lord, but it is a way to lure people in so that they don't realize they are serving a demon.
So normal cult stuff. You trick them in, drink Kool-Aid as it were, and you wipe a city.
Yes.
Now, how is he getting power if he's being contained in one of the 9 hills?
He's contained within the shield. He still is a very powerful demon.
So he just wants out.
Yes.
How much you think Zaj would pay for a demon shield?
Your best bet would be to find a way to destroy the shield. Do not release that demon if you wish to spare your own lives.
I'm not planning on releasing nobody. I am in the business of making money.
We cannot let this shield fall into someone's hands for money, Kit. We have to destroy it.
Fallister tells you all that, along with the puzzle box, that Silvira, whatever her name is,
Yep.
that she should be able to shed some light on the shield as well.
The locked up girl?
Yep.
No. Silvara, whatever, the lady at Candlekeep, his
Oh, gotcha.
Got it.
his
Okay.
boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alistair's boss, got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fallister. Yeah, not Thavius. Okay. Then let's go ahead and let's put Thavius in chains. Let's tie him up.
Okay.
And Darnell and Grizzy's, let's take him upstairs. Let's get him over to Zaj, and then
Okay.
I will.
Can we check the rest of the room? Is there anything else in the room?
So yeah, sitting on those tables are 8 coffers.
Can I do an investigation check on them?
Yeah.
Let's open them all up.
Yeah. So they're all unlocked.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah. So they're unlocked. You can just open them. I'll put it in chat as well, but because there's a lot of information here. So
To be rich.
yeah. So there's in the first coffer there are 30 electrum
PPs?
ingots. What's
Ingots? Wow.
Yeah, so
how many?
30 electrum ingots. In
Yes.
coffers 2, 3, and 4, they each contain 100 gold pieces, so 300 gold pieces altogether.
Jeez.
Coffer 5 contains 2 pieces of a broken ceremonial dagger stolen from Tiamat's hoard. A curved ivory blade bearing draconic runes that spell out Fang, along with a bone hilt wrapped in leather strips and studded with gemstones. So it's a dagger that's been broken into 2 pieces.
Hopefully we can. Well, let's see if we can have the blacksmith who's going to fix my weapon fix that
Yeah.
too.
Oh shit, man, you guys are rich. Coffers 6 and 7 each contain 100 platinum.
So 200 platinum.
So 200 platinum.
Oh my
Good
gosh.
God. All right.
Coffer 8 contains 20 azurite gemstones stolen from Tiamat's hoard.
Wow.
Yeah. I will just remind you that money won't do you a damn bit of good in
Avernus. Yeah. They take demon money.
We spend that shit quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you guys have a shit ton of money now.
Yeah. Let me throw that all into the bag of holding. At least the coins. How much is an electrum ingot? What is that? How much is that? What's the equivalent in electrum pieces?
So 30 electrum ingots is equal to 10 gold pieces each.
Okay.
So
300
what?
gold.
300 gold pieces.
Jeez.
Nice.
So if you want to just add 300.
So it'll be 600 with the other 300 that we found.
Yeah.
And what is the conversion from gold to platinum?
It is a 1 platinum piece is 10 gold.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
it's 1,000.
Yeah.
Like $1,000 bill.
So so in total, we now have 4,500 gold.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's hope we get to spend it.
Yeah, so we lived long enough.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we, we'll investigate all the coffers, get Thavius in chains, and then I want to go check out the shield.
Okay. The shield. And I won't take you down to private chat for this. So, but the shield sensing Yasif that you seem to be the strongest and possibly the leader of the group. He reaches out to you into your mind, and he tells you the same thing that he told Clark. He says that he's the hidden lord, and that that he will help you on your quest to rescue El Terrell if you'll free him from his prison. But he can only be freed within the 9 hells, so you have to take him to the 9 hells with you.
Sorry, he said he'd help with
saving El Terrell, which is the
Baldur's
city
Gate.
that already fell into Avernus.
Yeah.
So we'd have to take him with us to the 9 hells to save El Terrell.
Which is the place where he can be released.
Yeah.
It just sounds like bullshit. But take me to my home where I'm strongest and then release me, and I'll help you.
Yep. And am I able to? Well, I guess I'll just speak out loud. We'll take it one step at a time.
Agreed.
And I will hold on to said shield, and any attempts that he makes to, invade my mind, or anything like that, any control that he emanates out, or any auras that he emanates out, I will attempt to actively contain.
So you're going to actively try to prevent him from entering your mind?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, there. So you pick up the shield and nothing, like you don't sense any. It doesn't. It's not like it's trying to take over your body or anything.
Okay.
You do sense something is not right with the shield. Being your nature and whatnot, you can sense the like it just feels dirty picking it up.
Right.
Inherent evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But other than that, it does not affect you, or nothing else happens.
Okay.
Other than holding a badass shield.
Yeah. So my current shield, I will go ahead and place in the bag of holding and have this one with me.
Are you're going to use it as a shield?
Do it.
Yeah. Yes.
So I mean, it doesn't say anything about this. Like if you try to equip it, but oh yeah, no, it does. Okay, here it is. While holding this shield, you gain a +2 bonus to AC and resistance to fire damage.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
yeah, that's nice.
So the +2 bonus, that's standard for a shield.
Yeah.
Okay,
but the resistance to fire damage is dope.
It does require attunement.
Okay.
You gotta take a rest.
So that's fine. Yeah, I'll spend a short rest or whatever it is, attuning to it.
You should still get the AC bonus, though.
I'll still get the AC bonus, so I'll add it.
Yeah.
And then I will dump my shield, unequip it. We're gonna move it to the bag of holding, and I will equip this bad boy.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay, so the shield has 3 charges. You can also use an action to expend 1 charge to cast Fireball, or 2 charges. Or 2 charges to cast Wall of Fire from the shield.
Damn, dude. Sick.
The Wall of Fire spell lasts for 1 minute. The shield regains all expended charges daily at dawn. Any time during your turn, the shield can choose to radiate an aura of dread for 1 minute.
The shield can
the
choose.
shield
The
can.
shield can choose to. Any creature hostile to you that starts its turn within 20 feet of the shield must make a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is frightened until the start of its next turn. On a successful save, the creature is immune to this power of the shield for the next 24 hours.
think
Once the
the
shield uses this
evidence
power,
needs
it
to get
can't use it
lost.
again until next dawn. What's that?
I was saying, I think the evidence needs to get lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Well-
We didn't find anything. I
Yeah,
don't know what this
shield.
thing is. What shield?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I've had this since,
I've had this since forever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and dang, there's a whole section about
Got
his
this 2 campaigns
personality.
ago. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I mean, nobody's trying to take the shield. Well, none of the people that you're working with are trying to take the shield from you. So
Says you. I mean, yeah, nobody.
yeah, Kit's like, wait, he talked to me first.
Yeah. I thought we were friends, Shield.
Gargoth.
Whoa.
Gargoth.
No.
Yeah.
Hidden Lord, come back.
So
Come
just so
back.
you guys know, obviously, he was looking for the weakest mind to speak with when you guys came into the room, but ultimately, he seeks out powerful people because powerful people can potentially help him get out of the shield.
Man, I should have wore a cup when you're gonna low blow Kit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I'm just reading stuff. I mean, wait. I won't read too much about the personality section of it, but I want to read all this other stuff. Dang, that's really cool.
Damn.
All right.
Brian, I just saw your wisdom saving throw pop up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Weird.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Let
Well.
us. All right. So.
Did we hold on? Quick question before quick housekeeping.
Yeah.
Did we end up selling the uncivil servant? I know we painted it.
Yeah. No, you
It
did.
seemed like it was legit. What did we actually sell it for?
We sold it, and then we used it to buy a bunch. We used the money to buy a bunch of stuff from the potion lady that we cornered in her back room. I think we bought some potions and some
I think
some
you
other
guys
stuff.
got like 4,000 gold pieces or something like that for it, right?
No, we got like 10,000, but we bought like I know I bought
I think we bought some armor and
I bought some plate mail.
some
Yeah, we got some other stuff. Well, I think we got the bag of holding is what it was.
the bag of holding.
Oh yeah, the bag of holding was expensive.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was. I remember she was trying to like hide that or something like that. We're like, hey, what's that? She's like, oh, it's nothing. Like, no. What is that?
No.
Yeah. That's a good try, but come on now. Cool. Well, I forgot I got this +1 mace in here.
Yeah, the bag of holding was 4,000 gold pieces alone.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't we find a mace?
We found a +1 mace.
It was a +1 warhammer. You found a +1 mace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it like
think
sheds light.
That's what Brian has equipped right now.
Nope.
No, I do. Yeah.
Oh.
You have
Yeah,
that.
I gave you my regular +1 mace.
Yep.
Put in the bag of holding.
I am going to equip that and put my flail away, so I'm going to have the mace there.
Okay. I thought you did that last time. I could have sworn
Nope.
we already had this.
I totally forgot about it. So, because I've been using my flail instead. All right, cool.
All right. So,
yeah,
so y'all are heading out to Captain Zodge.
Yeah, yep. we're gonna take Thavius out and take him to Zodge.
Okay. All right. So you guys are able to.
Wait, should we ask him about Zariel?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask him about that. So, I I don't know where we found this information out, but I have in my notes Archdevil Zariel Blood War. That's all I have written down. But I know
Whoa.
we. Go ahead.
Yeah, you guys got that information somewhere.
But then we've got what you told us about the known for the massive attack against Avernus, the altar
Yeah.
there.
That must have been the Blood War.
Yeah. Thavius, what do you know about, what can you tell us about Zariel and its connection to all of this?
I don't know much of Zariel, other than she was once an angel. And then she became some kind of demon angel.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask the shield.
Oh, okay. The shield doesn't know anything about Zariel because he's been trapped inside the shield forever. for too long. Like, he knows the name, but he doesn't know anything other than the name.
You weren't part of the Blood War? You were a conscientious objector?
No.
Being
I
unfortunate
was
son.
used in the Blood War. I did see Zariel, but I don't know what happened to her.
All right.
So Thavius just tells you that, like, all he knows is that she somehow seemed to be turned because the Van Thampers are, like, worshiping her.
Okay. Before we go upstairs, I do want to go. We need to go talk to Satir.
It's our prison
Oh.
friend.
Yeah. So she's just over. If you guys want to head east.
West?
East. If you can see where I'm pinging the map.
I'm not zoomed out far enough. We'll make our way there.
Ping again? Oh, you're way over there. Okay.
Yeah, it's like way to the east. There you
Yep.
go.
Okay.
Yep. All right, and I'll move the rest of the group.
Deorted? That's weird. Whatever.
Oh, there
Adam-
goes Adam
Adam
again.
popped
I
up.
got him.
Popped up again.
As we walk in there, does she react to seeing the shield at all?
Yes, her eyes just light up. What are you doing with that?
Taking it.
That is not yours.
I mean, it looks like it is. As I kind of look at it, what business do you have with this?
I will find a way out of here, and I will slit all of your throats.
Well, finders keepers, idiots stay in prison.
What is your relationship with this item, this artifact?
The shield belongs to me.
So you're a servant of the Hidden Lord.
I mean, she's not in the cone of truth, so she could lie right now.
Yeah, I mean, I am not a servant. I am a guardian of the shield.
What?
I mean,
go ahead.
There's a demon in the shield, and you are protecting it. So technically, you're still serving the demon in the shield.
Thank you, kid.
Good luck guarding it.
Let the clerk show. I say what?
Let the legend show on my stone tablet here.
I've been rewatching Futurama, and I've seen the chicken lawyer
Yeah,
in there all the time.
Yeah.
I may be a simple country chicken.
Yep. And side note, Chris, Jay's Plex has been down for a couple days. I don't know if you've been trying to use it.
I have not.
So Grizzly's just gonna tell her basically We didn't leave anyone else alive down here. And if you're not willing to come with us, we will forget you. And you'll be stuck in this cell.
Oh, and
Probably for the rest of your life.
I forgot to mention, the shield already told us you're part of a society. So you can either tell us the truth, because we're the last people you're going to see.
I will come with you, if only to slit your throats while you sleep.
All right. We get it. You don't like us. What?
Oh,
this,
edgy.
Yeah. The society that you are a part of. What? Tell me about it.
I will tell you nothing.
All right.
But my sisters will find you and kill you.
You will die alone in a cell. And we'll go on to spend our riches. Have a nice life.
Before we leave you, I'll pull out the puzzle box. Is there anything that you can tell us about this?
A puzzle box? I have no interest in a puzzle box.
All right. Okay. So you're just all about the shield then, huh? That's what gets you going.
Yes.
Right. I'm gonna ask the shield. What can you tell me about this secret society? Why did she want this so bad?
The shield is silent.
Lying.
Kit, what did the shield tell you exactly?
He only told me minimal information. He told me about there's a woman here captured about a secret society, and he left it there because I think he wants more information from us than I was going to give him.
That's very smart.
Yeah, he said that they would use the shield to bring the destruction and chaos to the city.
Yeah. So the society would.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna head out.
Yep.
See ya.
I'm gonna SpongeBob it out of here.
Bye, bitch.
Squawk, 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 squawk.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
And just kind of,
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that the cat's still following us around.
Yeah,
so the cat's gonna stay here.
Oh, all right.
Well, fine.
Bye, kitty.
He doesn't leave the villa with
plenty
you.
of corpses, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, if it's staying in this room, I'm like, I ain't trusting that cat.
Yeah,
Cat, you're coming with us whether you like it or not.
That cat
You
goes
weren't
now.
around. Put his paws behind his back.
Yep.
All right. Oh wait, did I take it to the right? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we're with Zoji.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Everybody can see?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you guys, make it back to Captain Zodge.
All right, let's go ahead and bring Thavius up to him.
Yeah, I'm guessing you've got him in chains, kind of at the front of the group.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Captain, is Rhea just kind of just sullen this entire time,
Yeah,
like she's just defeated?
She's just sulking at the back with her head hung low, and she's yeah.
Okay.
Like, I was wrong.
I want to have a conversation with her after this.
First woman ever to admit I was wrong.
Whoa!
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 This group just got canceled.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Captain Zodge looks at you and says, "Ha! What do we have here?"
We brought you Thavius Krieg. He was being used by the Van Thempers to release a demon into this city.
What? You brought me Thavius? Thavius has much to answer for. His absence during Elturel's fall and our leader being there during it, he has much to answer for.
He has admitted to us that he assisted in the fall of Elturel. And by bringing Alder Ravengard to El Terrell.
You can see Captain Zodge like gripping his axe at his side, like he's like holding it really tight, and he's like trying to breathe deeply, trying to stay his hand from cutting him down. And as you are talking with him, your meeting with Captain Zodge is interrupted by the arrival of several Flaming Fists soldiers. Second.
Well, hello, fellow students.
By several Flaming Fist soldiers clad in plate armor. From behind the wall of swords, from behind this wall of swords and steel steps an armored woman with a white cloak and graying hair.
Grizzly does the flaming fist salute.
And she says, "Are these the maniacs who've stirred up every nest of rats in this godforsaken city?" Zodge looks at her and says, "Commander Porter, I was told you wouldn't be in Baldur's Gate for at least another 10 days. That's what the government wanted you to think, Captain," she replies. Turning to you, she says, "I trust you've been adequately compensated?"
That can be discussed.
I just kind of look at my shield and shrug.
So, Grizzlies, you were already Flaming Fist, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you know who Liara Porter is.
Yeah, that's why I was doing the little salute thing.
Yeah. So she is, yeah. Her uncle is Duke Dillard Porter of Baldur's Gate. He is one of the city's 2 remaining government leaders. He's one of the dukes.
So Liara, she's she above Captain Zodge?
She is.
Okay.
She was the commander of a Flaming Fist outpost called Fort Belwarian.
Spell it.
Belwarian. Beluarian.
You said it was her uncle who was the other Duke?
Yeah, Duke Dillard Porter. Porter is Portyr.
Yeah, I see it on the map.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I had to use magic to get here quicker. Could not wait the 10 day to get back. Our city is in need of much repair.
We have rooted out a lot of the cultists and uncovered the conspiracy of the Van Thamper family and have dealt with them accordingly.
And who is this man that is before me here?
The lone survivor.
It's Thavius Craig.
Oh, yeah. Thavius. She would know who Thavius is, right? The leader of El Terrell?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm playing at is that she might not like recognize him.
Got
like,
it. Okay, got it. Okay.
He's kind of dressed.
So yeah, so we'll kind of guide him over there and pull his head up.
Yeah.
This is one of the individuals assisting with the chaos in the city. Thavius Craig, former leader of the fallen city of El Terrell, willingly helping the Van Thamper family in the destruction of El Terrell and preparing for the destruction of Baldur's Gate.
You are an evil man.
He is, and he has come to us willingly to answer for his crimes.
Or not, he will be hung in the streets.
That seems fair.
What is owed to you, fine fellows?
I believe the agreed upon sum was 5,000 gold.
Each.
Jeez.
Did we
You gotta
have?
make. So there was a set. There was an agreed upon amount overall, and then he was also going to pay you for.
Yeah, I can't. I don't
Or
have that
the,
written down.
the idols or whatever.
Yeah, but he
Special
paid you for all the idols you had
Yeah.
last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Um,
this is for like completing the.
Yeah.
The look what he's going to pay you overall. What the heck? Where is it?
I know he told us when we first.
Oh, okay. So so each of you receives 200 gold pieces. So he pays you your 200 gold pieces, and then he asks you to hand in your Flaming Fist badges since you guys have completed the work.
Well, you guys can do that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Grizzy's. You don't have to turn
We
in
were
yours
just
'cause you were
honorary.
Yeah, Grizzy's was
Guys
already
get-
Flaming Fist.
You guys were deputized.
Yep. Are you guys all gonna hold on to your 200 gold?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I put it in my.
Adam, I'll put it on yours since I don't think you're near your computer, right?
No,
Oh.
back at my computer finally.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
You're good, man.
Yeah.
Take out this badge. And then I need to add. Yeah, I forgot that Tiamat was in part of the Nine Hells.
Yeah.
I think Avernus. I could be wrong, but that's just me talking. Azurite gemstone. So
Tiamat?
Tiamat, the evil dragon queen, 5-headed dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
This.
Wait,
Oh.
it's got different colored
It's
heads.
got one head of each of the different colored dragons.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Very difficult. But
Very difficult to what?
Paint,
fight.
I'm sure.
Well, no, I didn't paint that. That's
Oh, you didn't paint that?
No, I bought that. Wizards released an even bigger one. It's massive.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
it looks so beautiful.
Do you know how to fight Tiamat?
You fight in one of the original, the first modules that they one head at a time. That they released with 5e was you fought a version of Tiamat. It was like not a fully functional one.
Yeah.
But it's still a tough fight. Maybe we'll do that as a one-off. We'll do a level 20 fight. You just go through all the gods. You just fight everybody.
Crazy.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you'll fight him here. Who
I
knows?
mean, that's true.
If we ever get to hell.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So.
Yep. Let's hand Thavius over to whoever Liara Porter tells us to.
Yeah. So Liara, as you're handing stuff over, she just reiterates what Fallister had already told you. She urges you to go to Candlekeep to learn about the puzzle box and about the shield, and to speak with Silvira Savicus.
Cool. Before we do that, I want to hit
Uh,
up a blacksmith to fix my weapon.
Yeah. She
And
also
that
tells
dagger.
you that.
Yeah.
She also tells you that whenever you guys are ready to leave the city, that they will make way for you. They'll open the gates for you and clear a path so that you guys can get through.
Awesome.
Will you
Okay.
throw us a parade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And New
Well,
Orleans
because on the
South
other side of the gate is like a bunch of refugees trying to get in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stomp on the refugees and get out of there with horses.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
Am I full? You're homeless.
Peasants.
All right.
Get a job, hippie.
Yeah.
So where are you guys heading to? You guys heading to the blacksmith?
Yeah, I want to head to a blacksmith, and we want to check out that dagger, and I want to fix my precious warhammer. Filkiati's got to get fixed.
Let
me check something real quick.
I'm gonna take you guys back to Armadin's.
Hey, what's up, Army?
And Rhea and Fallister have both agreed to go with you to Candlekeep.
Cool.
Rhea obviously has skin in the game because it's her city, and Fallister, he lives nearby, so in Candlekeep, and then his master is there, so that's why he'll take you there. So in Armadin's, you're just gonna drop off your hammer and the dagger.
Well, yeah, we'll talk to him, and we'll roll out the dagger and see if it's something that that he has seen, or that he is, or that he knows if it's something that he can fix, if it's got any magical properties, or if it's just ceremonial.
I guess I should have rolled an Arcana check on it.
I mean, we still can.
Yeah.
True. Well, it's maybe somebody else. I have a 0 Arcana.
Yeah, so do I.
You guys can roll.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and roll and check and see. I got a 17.
Yeah, same thing. Oh, no, I got an 18.
Okay, yeah.
Flat 12.
The 17 to 18 is high enough, but there's no magical properties. It's just
Okay.
it's a decorative ceremonial blade.
Okay.
But it's got some gems in it, so I'm sure it's worth something.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll ask him. Still ask him if he can fix it.
Yeah.
And then I'll lay my hammer down and see if he can fix that as well.
Can I? It's kind of like I don't want to say homebrew, but an idea that I could. Is there a way I can have them make, like paulders on like armor, like the shoulder pieces? Is there a way I could make like a what am I trying to say? Can I make like basically shoulder paulders for my robes, so that when I do Arms of the Astral Self, I basically make like a knuckle shield / like weapon on the end of those fists?
Like-
So
Full dusters for your astral arms?
Basically, yeah.
Did you say ass or arms?
Ass for arms?
So wait,
My
so-
arms.
I'm just confused. So if they're on your shoulders, how does that help you on your hands?
No, they work for my astral arms. So when the astral arms come out of my shoulders, they would basically just carry out these weapons with them, and then when they come back in, they basically go back to paulders on my shoulders.
I'm gonna have to look.
So it wouldn't help my armor class at all. It would just be like a weapon when I used Arms of the Astral Self.
You'll bonus that. I'll be right back.
Okay. So you just want spike. You're talking about spalders, right?
Is it called spalders? That was called paulders with a P.
So there's spalders and pauldrons. What are pauldrons? I don't know. I looked up paulders and I didn't come up with anything.
Pauldrons. Yeah, pauldrons. So basically, like the shoulder
Pauldron.
pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? So.
I mean, you can say no. It's not a big deal. I was trying to see if I could get some,
I mean, yeah, I'll say no only because mechanically I don't know how it would necessarily work because it's part of your armor. It wouldn't necessarily detach when you're like, because your arms are astral. It's not like it's attaching your actual arms.
Would you guys be alright with me taking 160 gold from the bank to get 400 total for a breastplate?
Go for it.
How much was it?
160.
Okay, I removed it from the bag of holding.
All right.
I'm gonna copy and paste this into the Discord just so that you guys can all remember what Armaden has on the black market
Oh yeah.
in the back.
Jeez, that prayer beads.
Can I borrow 4,000 gold pieces?
That the bag of holding.
He
I
wants
just had
the
that from.
boots of levitation.
Oh yeah. There's no more bag
How
of
many
holding.
platinum pieces we have?
We have 200 200 platinum. So our total.
We have 222 platinum.
Yeah, we have 222 platinum, but our total gold amount, because what it does is it converts everything that we have to gold.
Okay.
We have 4,400 gold.
Oh. After Lucas already borrowed.
He borrowed the 160 gold. Yeah.
Yeah, that would just be for like a mundane breastplate.
Yeah, you could do that. You could.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll just a regular breastplate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was looking at those boots of levitation for a
Mhm.
barbarian. That's pretty sick.
That is pretty cool.
So I'm gonna drop my. Actually, I'll put this. Brian, can you add a thing of scale mail to our bag of holding?
Yeah.
And
You
then
guys have other things, right? Like, so you also have those gemstones.
True. How much are those gemstones worth? Or would he be the person to sell them to?
Probably from the magic shop.
Yeah. So we do have. Do you want to just sell that scale mail, Lucas?
yeah,
So
if we can.
So
I'm cool with that.
And I've got some chainmail and a flail that we can get rid of.
All right. So scale mail is worth 50 gold.
That way I don't have disadvantage on stealth checks now.
Yeah.
Chainmail is 75 gold.
So 125. Now
So
is that
he'll buy those off of you.
for that price?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the flail?
It's just a regular flail.
Just a regular flail, yeah.
Yeah, he'll pay 10 gold pieces for that.
Okay. So I will remove those items from the inventory and add 135 gold to our total sum.
And he'll repair your warhammer for 5 gold, as well as the dagger for 5 gold.
Okay, I'll pay for that out of my own money. 10 gold. Move. Okay. And Filkiati is back at its glory. Cool. Anybody else want anything or need anything while we're here?
Trying to figure out something.
How do wands work in this game? Or I'm sorry, not wands, scrolls. Like, do you have to have that spell on your spell list? Or
I think you have to be able to use. Well, no, there's rules if you don't have it.
I think there's different types of scrolls. Like there are some scrolls where you can use it to learn a spell that is otherwise not available to you. or you have like one-use scrolls where like it's a spell that you, like if it's another class that you're unable to like you wouldn't normally be able to cast.
So here you go. I've got the rules here. So a spell scroll bears the words of a single spell written in a mystical cipher. If the spell is on your class's spell list, you can read the scroll and cast it without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible.
Okay. So you have to be able to cast it.
It has to be in your school. Yep. If it's in your spell, if your class's spell list, but of a higher level than you can normally cast, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting ability to determine the DC is 10 plus the spell's level. On a failed check, the spell disappears from the scroll with no effect.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
I know none of those are on mine.
None of them are on your class.
Yeah.
Are they all? What are they all? Mage.
No, like Searing Smite is a paladin. I have that. Fine Steed. I have that one.
So, but in theory, though, it's a prepared spell. So, like,
Essentially,
if he were to give you Searing Smite, it wouldn't the scroll itself would be the spell, and you could like put another spell in that spell slot.
Well, it doesn't take up a spell slot. It's just it's its own thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were using that as a spell slot, you could take it out as a spell slot since you have the scroll, and then put something else in that.
The scroll is one-time use.
Oh, okay.
It's a one-time use thing, but like wizards can use scrolls to copy them into their spell book.
And then they know it.
And then they know it forever.
Gotcha.
Toll the Dead. You can use Toll the Dead, Lucas.
Can I? I might already have it. Hold on.
You've used Toll the Dead.
I think it's just a cantrip.
Yeah, I have it. I mean, the only other thing of interest is the adamantine armor, but
wait,
yeah, it's a little expensive and it gives you disadvantage.
Yeah, that's true.
On stealth.
Okay.
Not that I'll be stealthing so much as a cleric, but still.
True.
And for reference, so what I just posted is what is at the magic shop.
Yeah.
Healing, greater healing, superior healing, supreme.
How much is the Ring of Mind Shielding? Isn't it like crazy expensive?
That's a good question.
Didn't she have potions of speed?
I thought you bought one of them.
Ring of Mind Shielding is like 8,000 gold pieces.
Yeah. I have 4 potions of healing in the bag of holding if anybody needs them as well.
So I just want to keep, make sure you guys are heading out on an adventure that you don't know when the next time you'll be around to buy stuff. So if you want to buy anything, now's the time to buy. If you want to ask me about stuff, I can maybe make some exceptions.
Damn, I haven't even looked at like items for.
Item wise, like equipment wise, gear, I'm good.
Yeah, as far as that goes.
If we want to buy out all the regular potions of healing, it's 300 gold, which I think that's 6 potions. We'd have 10 in total.
I was just saying we probably buy out up to like superior and just make sure we have like a good stock going.
Yeah, okay. I'm good with that. If you guys are all good.
Adam, you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna buy out the 6 regular potions of healing, and then do we want to just get the 1 superior and that's it?
I was gonna say get the 2 greater with the 1 superior, and then like
leave the supreme.
The supreme's like way more than we'll probably ever need.
So that's 450 plus 300 plus another 300. So that's 1050.
Yep.
Okay. I'll remove 1050 gold from the bag of holding, and I will add the potions.
Whoa.
Potion.
How much is this?
And then we've got the 2 greater healing.
Oh shit! It's $4,000. Never mind.
What's 4,000?
It's this item called a devotee's censer, and
Yeah.
basically it's a flail that does 1d8 extra radiant damage, and when it hits, it releases a cloud of healing for 10 feet for 1d4 hit points of healing for everyone.
Does everybody at least have a +1 melee weapon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I don't want to be OP, you know. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just want to because like you can task an armorer to blacksmith whatever to give you increase the durability to a +1.
Plus
so-
2.
Not on +2. Well, that's I mean, yeah.
Let's go ahead and dole out the potions of healing really quick too. So we've got 10 regular ones. There's 4 of us. We will each want to go ahead and take 2 for now for our personal stock.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So everyone go ahead and add 2 potions of healing to their inventory.
all right. Is it the greater?
Nope, just the regular one for now.
Why does that show up?
Just just type in potion of healing, and it should just be the regular white one.
Okay. What the fuck? Yeah, it's only showing like green, blue, and purple for me.
Is
Let me check common.
check common because it is a common thing.
What the hell? No, it's not even showing.
Is it not his? What is he looking for?
Trying to add these potions to my inventory, but it's not.
Oh, yeah. No. You can't just search for potion. I think on some of these you have to look for what the actual name of the potion is.
All right, let me
Like
try.
potion of healing. I've had that happen a couple of times.
There it is. Yeah, so if you filter it, it won't show you the.
Yeah.
Don't filter anything.
Which is weird. Like, I don't know. You should be able to filter it by potion, but potion of healing shows up as gear instead of an actual potion.
Okay, so I have.
I already
2.
have potion of healing. Did we have that before?
We
Yeah,
had.
You probably had another
yeah.
one, so you can just add an extra, like add a
Okay.
quantity,
I just
change the
wanted to make
quantity.
sure.
Yeah,
I just
you
wanted to make
guys.
sure we already had one for some
Yeah,
reason.
you guys bought a round of this last.
Okay.
And then as far as the greater healing potions, what do we want to do with those? We've got 2 graders and 1 superior.
I have 1 in my inventory, so if you guys want to split those up.
One of the graders already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we found it at some point.
I would say we give the superior to the barbarian, since he's taken a lot of the hits.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Give the potion of the superior healing potion to Adam.
So I'm getting 1 superior.
Yep, go ahead and get the 1 superior, and you can add that to your inventory. And then Clark, go ahead and add 1 of the graders to your inventory.
Okay.
And then I'll hold on to the other one. And then if we want to sell, I'm assuming we're kind of like back and forth between the blacksmith and the magic shop.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
If we want to sell these pipes of the sewers,
Oh,
Yeah.
let me see here. Yeah, the enchantment lady / potions lady, she'll buy it off of you for 100 gold.
okay.
And if you were gonna sell those gemstones too, right? Or did you already do that?
We haven't sold the gemstones, so we'll go ahead and sell those. Let me make sure I get those out of my inventory.
How much
Yeah,
for enchantments?
So you had 20 azurite gemstones,
Yep.
and they're worth 10 gold. She'll pay you 10 gold apiece.
So 200 gold on top of that.
Yeah.
So it'll be a total of 300 gold for all that.
Yeah. Uh,
All right. Other than that, I am good. During our travel, I want to attune to the shield.
okay. All right. So other than Yasif attuning to the shield or anything, anybody else need to do anything before you guys leave the city?
Yeah, can I get a ring of regeneration?
Ring of regeneration.
How much is
Yeah.
like just a regular ring of protection?
Let's see.
Ring of protection. 3,500 gold.
Ugh.
Yeah. Nope.
We can get one.
Yeah, but then we're gonna be fighting over it.
Well, I don't need it.
Yeah. No on the ring of regeneration.
Damn it.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Ring of protection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ring of regeneration's crazy. That's for your vampire build.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. No on the ring of protection too. They're not gonna have anything over
Super magical.
over common
Crazy, because
or
Boulder-
uncommon. I mean,
Baldur's Gate is like one of the biggest cities in this area. You would think that they would have something.
Yeah, but with
But-
all the crime and looting and all that stuff
Yeah.
going on right now,
No,
Yeah, I
no.
think that would be.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight
all
it.
the good stuff's in Waterdeep.
Oh, that's true.
Road trip.
Yep.
I need a Berserker's Great Axe.
Yep. Screw Candlekeep. We're going to Waterdeep.
Yeah.
I want to go. I want to go into the dungeon of the Mad Mage. Just change adventures altogether.
yeah.
We go down like 4 levels just to get a certain item, and then
Yep.
come back.
And then piece back out. Yep.
All right. Y'all ready to leave?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
let's do it.
Hey,
Alright.
can I get a vicious great axe?
I'm gonna say no because I just know
I
that you're
mean,
asking for crazy shit.
all it does is when I roll a 20 on the die for an attack roll, I deal an extra 7 point of damage.
Well, I don't even see a vicious. Oh, I'm spelling it wrong.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong too.
Yes. The viscous great axe made out of
It's
Jemima honey.
just really slow.
It takes an extra 7 damage. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no. I mean, dude, you already deal like 40 damage in one blow sometimes.
Yeah, but if I
like
crit, that means I can actually kill something.
we're just looking to kill TM out at level 6.
Yeah. Yeah. No. All right. So, all right, you guys ready to leave?
Yeah.
Ready to leave.
All right. So you guys head back to the gate, and you let Liara and Captain Zaj know that you're ready to leave. As the gate opens, Flaming Fist soldiers hold back the tide of Eltagardian refugees. You cut a path through these wretched souls, whose wails intensify as the Basilisk Gate closes behind you. The dirt road cuts through the slums of the outer city, past the walled neighborhood of Little Kalimshan, to the great span of Worms Crossing. Guys.
We're at Worms Crossing now.
Yes. So you guys should be on a new map.
Whoa.
Good lord. I love this. Was I able to attune to the shield?
Yeah, the flaming fist symbol flag looks badass.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So I was trying to 3D print one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That looks awesome.
I don't see any.
If you could, man,
You know,
I would like one of those if you ever get around to it.
Yeah. Once I get moved, and because my printer's packed now, so
Okay.
once I get it unpacked, I'll get us all. Try it again.
I'll pay for
Adam,
shit.
Adam, you said you can't see anything?
Don't worry about
I
it.
see it now. I had to scroll out.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. It's a big map. Yeah, so you guys are at Worms Crossing.
Sorry, was I able to attune to the shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Two great bridges meet at a tall, rocky island that rises from the middle of the Chayanthar River. Buildings and merchant stalls line the sides of both bridges, making it impossible to see the river from the narrow, congested roadway that cuts between those structures. Wooden drawbridges connect the two bridges to a keep situated atop the island. The flags of Baldur's Gate and the Flaming Fist wave proudly above this fortress. So yeah, you guys are. So you guys got to cross this in order to get to Candlekeep. You're gonna use your imagination to pretend that it's filled with merchants and people.
Okay. Let's go.
Yep. Let's start walking.
Yeah.
Let me in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you guys can just move freely. Everybody, give me a D20 roll.
Just a flat D20.
Yeah.
6.
18.
18.
3.
Wow. This music reminds me of like playing a JRPG, like
Yeah.
just running through the overworld.
Yep. Like Final Fantasy VIII.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clark,
I was
what
thinking
was
like
yours?
Guild Wars 2. It's all that. 3.
3. All right. So. All right. Kit and Grizzy's. You notice as you guys are walking through the streets, that a couple of men walk right past you, and you can feel their hands slip into your pocket in
Oh,
attempt
hell
to steal from you.
Grizzy's will. Can I roll like a reflex save to grab their wrist?
Yeah, I mean you notice it. You don't have to roll anything. You notice it. Your passive perception is enough to notice when a pickpocket is trying to get to you.
Okay.
What
So
are you
yeah,
guys gonna do?
he's gonna try to grapple the one next to who's trying to pickpocket him.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a strength roll.
It's just okay. All right. Let's do this. It's a 10.
So you said it's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he failed his check. So
Got him!
you are able to wrestle him to the ground and grapple him.
Okay.
Kit, what are you doing?
They haven't gotten anything. They're just like reaching around.
Yeah, they're just trying to steal from you.
Can I just like turn and like elbow the guy in the face?
Yeah. Give me an attack roll.
You gonna learn today, bud? Jeez, I need to move this freaking thing. I got a terrible spot to try and roll. There we go. Attack. I'm looking at my freaking inventory so long, I forgot where it was at. That is a 15.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Oh my gosh, Brian, you're
What?
ridiculous. Is that really your AC now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because it's the shield.
Yeah.
But your AC wasn't a 20 before, was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was pretty high.
Yeah, I brought plate mail.
Holy-
I had plate mail and a shield, and this gives me +2 on top of that because it's a +2 shield.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, dude. Oh my god.
A tanky boy.
Okay. All right. Clark, what'd you roll for your attack?
15 to hit.
Okay, yeah, you hit him. What are you doing?
Alright, that. Like,
Great.
can I see who they are now? Or like, is I turn and just like.
Yeah. You can. Yeah, you kick him, and you turn around and you can see. You're like looking at him, and you can do whatever you want, really.
Well, they haven't taken anything from me yet, right? They're just fiddling around.
Right.
Alright. Well, I just stick around and everybody check your pockets. They're feeling around in here.
Grizzly's is gonna get right in that guy's face and like bare his teeth and say, "It's extremely disrespectful to reach into someone else's personal space like that."
As he's looking at you, he looks at like he catches a glimpse of something shining like around your belt, and he sees the flaming fist symbol, and you see like a look of terror go across his eyes, and he says, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, I'm just trying to make a living here.
Give me your wallet.
I don't have a wallet.
Give me everything that you have in your pockets.
He empties out his pockets, which has like a watch in it, and like some loose change, and
Peanut butter crackers.
some like cheap rings. He's got a ring of protection. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I was gonna fucking
I need a 25 AC. Let's go.
So once he empties out his pockets, Grizzlies will toss him over to the side and say, "Be on your way, and don't let me see you out here again."
Mm-hmm.
He runs away.
And he throws all the belongings over the side of the bridge.
Oh,
Kid is not gonna be
damn.
that much of a menace because he's been in this guy's shoes. He's like, now's the part where you run.
I gotta do it.
Emotional damage.
That's what it is.
That poor person.
Yeah.
Lucas, he had a family.
Yeah.
It's like the scene in Anchorman when he kicks the dog over the bridge.
Baxter!
Jack Black punts Baxter.
Ah,
You got the only thing I love, man. What do you have? My buddy, the good glass of scotch, and my buddy Baxter over here. All right, now this is happening.
All right, so you guys make it the rest of the way through Worms Crossing without any real whatever. All right, and so then I'm going to take you over to.
That's what this giant map was for, just for doesn't get pickpocketed.
Yep.
That's it, man.
cool map.
You might.
What
might use
happens?
Yeah.
What happens if they win? They just steal our shit?
They steal some of your shit.
Oh, fuck that.
All right, I'm gonna
I'm
move you
disappointed.
to. I don't. I moved you guys to another map, but I got to drop you onto it. All right, as you guys are, so as Worms Crossing and Baldur's Gate disappear from view, you find yourself heading down the coast way, a dirt road that leads to such distant lands as Tether, and Kalimshan. Candlekeep lies some 150 miles south and west, a 5-day journey. Coming up the road toward you is a human farmer riding on the front of a hay-filled wagon pulled by 2 draft horses. The farmer gives you a friendly wave as the wagon draws near.
Question.
Yeah.
We've been on a journey, like in a wagon for 5 days.
It's a 5-day journey, but you are, it's a 5-day journey ahead of you. You guys just made it past Worms Crossing, and Baldur's Gate is both of them are disappearing behind you in your view.
Okay, so we've only been traveling for hours at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when this guy waves at us, is it like a Forrest Gump wave?
Hi. Yeah, sure, if that's what you want it to be. All right. So, yeah, do you guys want to approach him or talk to him or?
Cautiously, but yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I mean, or is it more like the second wave there that I sent?
What's up, dude?
Chris is just such a bro. Hey, dude, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
What up, man? What up?
How you
dude?
living, bro?
How you going? You wait, you going over to Baldur's Gate? Huh? Watch your pockets. Even your prison pocket.
Oh.
Yeah.
And your life.
It's
Yeah,
rough over there right now.
I'm headed over to Baldur's Gate now.
What's your business there? Any kind of like shows his badge for the Flaming Fists?
Just normal business, just trades and whatnot.
You realize that the gates are flooded with refugees at this point from damn it.
Bro.
I almost said Alderaan.
Yeah. El Terrell.
We survived all wrong, right? Too soon.
No, they're all gone. They're gone.
The gates are still closed. They haven't figured that out yet.
No, the processing has been slow due to the difficulties presented by cultists in the city.
Huh. Well, I must get through to do my trade. So
What
hopefully I can get through.
what kind of trade you doing?
I've just got some stuff in the back that I'm trying to. I've got hay in the back that I was hoping to trade for some food.
Grizzlies calls the Flaming Fist K9 unit to sniff the back
Yeah.
of his.
Yeah, summon K9 unit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just a farmer. I grow wheat and
Weed or
And-
wheat?
Wheat.
what is weed?
Yeah.
I pull weeds.
Uh-huh.
Pipe weed.
Sure.
Well, best of luck to you. I hope that you can make it through to ply your trades, but
Don't
I
die.
don't see much. I don't see much positivity there right now.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Empty your pockets.
Throw it all over. You're gonna be one of those cops, huh, Lucas?
He's corrupt as shit, dude. It's
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he runs a suicide
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
basically
Kevorkian.
assisted suicide shop on the down lows.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That
Grizzlies is really just in it for the money, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, Kit too. Just wants to sell pay off his equipment.
Maybe I should have picked Lawful Evil or something.
Yeah, right.
That's not what I want. Well, this would be cool if this actually freaking worked.
What? Yeah, I want to play something. I'm sorry if it's really loud, but it's called Musical Stabs.
What?
Yeah.
Is this on Sirenscape?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's burr.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, musically stab my eardrums.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
funny. It is called Musical Stabs. What's this?
What's
Right
this?
now
What's
it's
this?
very suspenseful.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Oh,
This
I meant
thing
the
is-
music. Farmer,
Yes.
is there something important to the plot line that you have to tell us?
Okay, so I was trying to do something. Okay, it's not gonna work. All right, so the farmer is he goes around you guys and he gets just past Darnell and Yassif.
Hmm.
You hear him speak, and you're the only one who understands what he says.
No shit.
It's infernal.
But he says,
I understand Infernal.
"Oh, so Darnell here understands it too." But he says, "Nonent," which means now, and
Oh, Buck.
immediately, three large men jump out of the back of the hail bays.
Should have summoned the canine unit, man.
Mm-hmm.
God
Yes,
damn
that was-
it.
And everybody roll initiative.
Dang. All right.
Next city we go to, I want to get tattoos for Darnell.
Yeah.
Tattoos? Or
There's
is it
some
just
tattoos.
like soldering on top of your...
Let's get them etched in.
Called paint.
Yeah.
Feel like tribals down your
Yeah.
arms or something.
Tribal, but it's
Well-
all just like circuitry.
There's some tattoos I want to get, like the what is it? The Blood Fury tattoo.
Oh, you're
These are
talking like
actual
the magical
tattoos.
tattoos.
Yeah, the ones that are actually
Oh,
attuned to me.
what? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
can get magical
big
tattoos.
for barbarians. Yeah,
Kit, what's your initiative?
5.
Darnell?
20.
Oh, you just okay. You just rolled it. All right, got it. Okay. Darnell, you're up first.
I am going to.
Holy crap.
Use my bonus action and rage,
Yeah.
and then I am going to recklessly attack this guy right here with greater weapon mastery.
Oh, okay.
22 is a hit.
Which guy
22
are you?
hit?
Which guy are you hitting? This first veteran here?
Yep, that guy right there.
Yeah, a 22 will hit.
For 26 points of damage.
Oh my god.
And you want something to do more damage.
I just want to get stronger.
Yeah. Remember, we're only level 6. Wait till he gets like brutal criticals,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Ugh.
I've seen a barbarian like do over 100 damage in one turn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not one attack, one turn.
Still though,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Yep.
I mean,
Is he
didn't
still
that happen
standing?
with Magnus? Like, Magnus by the end was like just hitting, just crushing everything.
Is he still standing?
Yeah, he is. Hold on one second. I'm having an issue here with something.
You want me to wait for you?
Yeah, what the?
So for the shield, when it casts like if it's fire spells, the dexterity saving throw for each one of them is 21.
Jeez.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So for a fireball, they gotta make a 21 dex save.
Oh, they're fucked.
Dang.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That is
That
an
was weird.
awesome item to have on our side.
Yeah, I will say like it's an orange item.
Yeah.
Legendary?
Yeah. Let's just hope
Maybe
I
just
can
want like a
contain.
belt of
Yeah,
built-in strength or something.
Hopefully we can keep it.
Hopefully we can keep it contained.
Let me know when you're good, Chris.
Dude, what if we're walking into like this Sylvia woman is actually someone who can release this person, like this demon?
Then we gotta kill it.
Damn.
Killer did.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm back. So okay. So you did your damage. Are you doing anything else?
Well, yeah, that's just the first swing.
Okay.
So that's 26.
Yep.
Second swing. 27 hit
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah, and
for 13 points of damage.
Yeah, and you fuckers wanted stuff that gives you more to hit and more.
No, I don't need
Of
more
course
to
we
hit. I
do,
just need
man.
more
Come on.
strength.
More damage.
Yeah.
We're general min-maxers.
All
Just
right.
Yeah.
let us min-max.
All right. All right. Is that it?
So that's what, 39 points of damage?
Yeah.
Yep. He's still standing.
All right, cool.
And you already did your bonus action because you raged, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right, Grizzies, you're up next.
Grizzy's is going to move up to and he's going to swing his mace at this guy.
Come at me, bro.
It's an 11 to hit.
Get out of here.
All right. Yep, that's a big ol' miss. That's all he's got right now.
Okay. All right. Yes, if
All right, I am going to run over. So the guy is he? This dude here is he's on a cart.
yeah.
All right.
Fireball.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my new shield, and I was just like, all right,
Hadouken!
yeah. Gorgoth, do your thing, and I'll point the shield in the general direction of these 4 individuals and said cart. I'm gonna target it like over here, so it won't hit Grizzy's or Darnell, but it will hit the 4 of them.
Okay.
Each one needs to make a dexterity 21 saving throw.
All right.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yep.
They all fail.
Okay. Then each one is going to take 42 points of fire damage.
Holy shit! You worried
So
about me?
stupid.
And his cart is on fire.
42. Okay.
I rolled extremely high on that. I rolled a 6, a 6, a 5, a 5, a 6, a 6, a 5, and a 3. That's almost max damage.
Wait till Lucas is back and then tell
Yeah.
go- say that again and see what he does. And he's
Alright.
worried about me doing damage?
Jesus.
Well, but he only has 3 charges of that.
Okay.
A day?
Yeah, a day. And let me make sure.
Okay, so the first guy is dead. Everybody else is still standing.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be my. Actually, I will go ahead and use my movement, and I will run up towards the flaming cart. Towards the cart driver there.
All right. Okay. So, you're looking at the cart driver, and for a second, like his whole body shifts and seems to morph, and in his place now is standing a fire demon.
Welcome back, Lucas. You missed it.
And he is not happy
Lucas,
that
you there?
you just did that.
Sorry, I was muted. That's the
Ah.
guy that was driving the cart.
Yeah, he just
Yeah, you missed
he
it.
just
Real quick,
uh,
before you tell him, remember how I did 39 points of damage? And you're like, damn, right?
Yeah.
Brian
So-
just did 42 to all of them.
The fireball.
shield,
I
with
rolled.
the shield.
I almost rolled max damage on the fireball. I rolled.
Oh shit!
I rolled 4 6s, 3 5s, and a 3.
And they're still up.
Yeah. Each one took 42 points of damage.
Well, one of them is dead. One of them's dead.
Okay, yeah, one's down, one's down. Holy shit, dude.
You were worried about me.
Okay. So he's first going to point at you, Yasif,
Mm-hmm.
And oh
Yeah, bring it, bitch.
yeah, so okay, so a 10 does not hit, so he's gonna attack you again,
Okay.
and a 13 doesn't hit. So
Nope.
fuck. All right, Kit, it's your turn.
Wait, doesn't this
Alright,
guy have like
Kit.
15 attacks?
What's that?
Doesn't he have like 15 tries to hit Yasuf?
I wish.
I'll allow it.
Man, I can't even see what these guys look like. Alright, I'm gonna sneak over here and start kicking away at Jesus looking guy over here.
Jesus
All
3.
right.
So front one, I want to say after seeing what Yasuf just did, I'm not gonna pull out my arms. I'm just gonna stay way over here, just kick away.
Yeah.
Because really, that's all I got going right now. So I want to make my 3 unarmed strikes on that guy in front of me. So first one is a 13.
That does not hit.
That's awesome. 14.
Nope.
Oh my dear God, can I roll today? No, I cannot, because that's an 11. Nope, I'm useless.
Right.
So this guy's apparently super good at dodging.
Yeah.
Chicken.
All right. So that's your turn.
That's it for me.
All right. All right. Nope. Homeboy here is going to reach out and touch Grizzy's.
Oh, hell no, dude. Come on.
Phrasing.
He's gonna hit you twice with his longsword. I'm guessing a 6 does not hit.
No.
Oh. Okay, yeah. All right. And then does a 24 hit?
Just barely.
Yeah. I hate it when it does that. Okay. For 8 points of slashing damage.
Ugh.
And then he's also going to try to stab you with his dagger. Does a 19 hit?
It does.
For 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
And then this guy is going to do the same to Kit. Kit, does a 14 hit?
Nope.
So a 10 does not hit, and then does a 16 hit?
16 will hit.
All right, so that is 5 piercing damage.
All right.
And Darnell, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna move right here on top of this corpse,
All right.
and I'm going to swing at this guy recklessly.
All right. Yep, 21 will hit.
For 21 points of damage.
Wow. Nice.
All right. This homeboy's dead.
Oh, I get a free attack then.
All right.
I'm gonna attack this one.
Okay.
14 hit.
Nope.
Okay, so my second attack then is gonna be on this one. $23 hit.
Yep.
11 points of damage.
All right.
And then what do I want to do? I'm not gonna frenzy. I'm just gonna stay raging.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, Yasif.
All right. So this new demon friend in front of me is it still on the burning cart or is it off?
It's like hovering in the air.
Oh, can I reach it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and take my my newly repaired trusty old warhammer and swing it at the fiend.
Please don't roll a 1.
Oh, I thought I did for a second. 15.
Nope.
All right, I will swing again. 22.
That'll hit.
Okay, I'm gonna pump a divine smite into it. So we will go ahead and do that's 8 plus an extra 2d8. So for a total of 12 points of damage, 4 of that being radiant.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Okay. He's gonna.
Wait, did
Actually-
you skip me on this round?
Can I move
No.
really quick?
I don't think I did.
I
Oh wait.
thought I went after Darnell.
Oh yeah. Oh, my bad. Yep, you do go after Darnell. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. What were you gonna do, Brian?
I just moved next to Darnell.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Grizzlies will step up to this last remaining hay cart guy. He's gonna swing his mace at him.
Okay.
Is a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. He does 4 points of damage with the mace.
All right.
And he's going to use his bonus action to use an ability he has called Hungry Jaws.
Yeah.
So he's going to try to take a bite out of this guy.
Okay.
Let's see. And that's
Could you
gonna
say
be
that you're taking a bite out of crime?
I know, right?
That's such a weird ability for a paladin to have,
It's a
or a
cleric.
priest, or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Because he's
It's a
legit
racial
folk.
thing,
Yeah.
though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Bite attack. It's probably not gonna hit with an 8.
Nope.
All right. Yep, that's his turn.
Okay. All right. So it's now this guy's turn, and he is going to. Let's see how this works. All right, Yasif, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 13.
You are now charmed.
Am
No.
Yes.
Oh.
You are charmed for 1 day.
One
The charm-
day?
Yes. The charmed target obeys the spoken commands of the fiend. If the target suffers any harm from the fiend or another creature, or receives a suicidal command from the fiend, the target can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. If the saving throw is successful, or if the effect ends for it, the creature is immune to the fiendish charm for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
So let's try not to metagame that you guys don't know that if he takes any harm, that he can make a saving throw.
Okay.
All right.
I do not know what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, it said harm from the fiend, so if the
No,
fiend
it
attacks-
says if he receives any harm from the fiend or another creature.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and then he is going to hit Darnell with something else, and he's going to miss because an 11 will not hit, will it?
That's
No.
why you should always pretense it with. He's gonna try to hit Darnell.
Yeah. One of these is going to hit, and then you're going to be sorry. No. All right. So yes, if you're charmed by me, everybody, Kit, it's now your turn.
I'm going
So-
to keep attacking
Sorry
the one
to-
from the Mean Grizzlies.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh
real quick?
wait.
What? Adam, what were you gonna ask?
Well,
I think I know what he was going to ask.
seeing how that I've worked with charms with my bard, it just refers to that fiend that's charmed him as friendly now, and everyone else around him is still friends. Like he's not
Correct.
gonna be attacking us.
That depends on
Well,
if it's an ability that the guy has with special.
Yes, but a special trait of this is that he will answer to my spoken commands. So if I tell him to attack you, he will.
Yeah,
Even
that's
if-
the same thing with that Crown of Madness thing that Lugwin has.
Yeah.
So it's different than the bard's charm.
Yeah, it's called Fiendish Charm. It's different.
Gotcha.
Mm,
Okay.
Yep.
But does so Darnell, your guardian ability, does that, like where you can take an opportunity attack if I attack a party member within 5 feet? That only refers to melee attacks, right?
I think where they take
any
damage.
any attack, any range attack, any spells or anything like that, I can attack.
Okay,
that
so
fiend.
so go ahead and do your opportunity attack then.
Is that an attack though?
It
An
is.
opportunity
It's,
attack.
yeah, it was an attack ability.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Kit, you're up.
Alright, so having flown above this guy, I'll try and like dive bomb axe kick this guy, hopefully. Nope, that ain't gonna work.
Damn it. You're so close.
There we
This
go.
guy's probably on his last legs.
That is a. Let's see. It doesn't matter. It's hitting. 16 or 26 to hit,
That'll hit.
Nice.
and the second one is 16.
That will not hit.
Kill one will hit. All that matters at this point. For 9 bludgeoning.
All right. So that dude is just barely standing.
Oh my
Is
god.
that
he's
your
still alive?
Yeah, is that your turn?
Yes, because I probably should have used flurry of blows, but I accidentally took another unarmed strike instead. So
No. All right. So yeah, he's gonna try to attack you. We're gonna do the 2 long swords and a short sword. So, does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Clear. 23 hits.
Yep.
Okay, so you're looking at 8 slashing damage and 8 piercing damage.
Jeez. Okay.
All right, Darnell, you're up.
All right. I'm going to recklessly attack this bitch.
All right.
Does a 20 hit?
Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yes.
Okay.
26 points of damage.
All right.
Good God.
And then second attack, I'm. Sword. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna recklessly, or not recklessly, greater weapon mastery attack on this one. 11 does not hit.
Nope.
I am going to move to here. And that is my turn.
All right. Grizzies, you're up.
Grizzly's gonna try to smack the guy in front of him in the face with his mace. 24.
Dang, nice. All right.
Yep, that'll hit.
And 8 points of damage there.
All right. He is down.
Yeah,
Good.
crushed it.
Literally.
That's all he's gonna
You
do
guys can
for
do
this
it.
round, though.
All right.
He'll move to right here.
Okay.
That's it.
Yasif.
I will not do anything. I will look around and,
Oh, yeah.
You know. All right, cool. We killed everybody. We're all friends. Now what?
Yasif, what are you doing?
What?
Attack that fiend!
But we're friends.
This guy?
Yeah,
Known this guy since college.
yeah. We were roommates.
All right. So it is the fiend's turn. To which he looks around and he sees that his companions are dead and gone. And he decides, yeah, nope, not gonna do this. And he disengages and he flies away. And as he is flying away, he yells back at Yasif, I will be back for that shield.
Do we get attacks of opportunities when he tries to fly away?
Grizzly shouts, "So long, gay boy!"
He disengaged, so no.
All right.
Weird.
So for the next day, I'm still technically charmed by him.
Here's Johnson. That guy was so nice.
Yeah, like what? I don't know what your guys' deal was. Like that's a cool dude.
Is there
anything-
anything?
him on fire.
But he just left.
Yeah, Yasif's like, I think we should take the shield back.
Yeah, I was gonna give it to him.
I guess he'll be back soon enough to come get it, so
Yeah.
we'll just see him then.
We'll just grab drinks later.
Would we be able to get there faster if we commandeered this cart? And I assume.
Oh, it's burning.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
on fire.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind.
You know what sucks, though, is that I'm thinking in my own mind right now that if I had been smart, I would have just told you to drop the shield.
Mm-hmm. But I have to do it on my turn though.
Yeah, no, I know, but I should have told you to drop the shield, and then I should have attempted to take it.
Yeah.
But, oh well. He ran away with his tail tucked between his legs. And you guys are out of combat. And,
Why is it this is the second encounter now that they're trying to steal stuff from us?
Yeah. This is
yeah.
I feel like this is going to be a recurring thing now.
Grizzly's is kind of holding his ribs, and he looks around to see if anyone else is hurt.
Yeah, Kit looks like he's bleeding pretty good.
Yeah.
Darnell's fine.
Yeah, I'm good too. I mean, I can help with some healing if need be.
He'll walk over toward Kit.
Yeah. Yeah,
and,
Darnell and Yasif have taken no damage.
Of course.
What's damage?
Let's see. What's he?
What is pain?
He will cast Prayer of Healing. And that should heal the both of us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well. All right. So you guys. All right. So we'll deal with the. I don't know if you'd actually need to do the healing because I'm going to give you guys a long rest.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Cool.
Because you guys have a 5-day journey ahead of you.
Yeah, we're gonna
That-
rest at some point,
Yeah,
right?
that's the only encounter that you guys are going to have in the 5 days.
So I'm not charmed anymore then by the
Did
creature.
we level up?
No, you don't level up.
Level up.
Damn it.
So
That would be sweet.
okay, so settle in for story time, fellas.
Mm.
So one evening, as you guys are all huddled around a campfire, resting and eating your food and taking your respite, Rhea Mantlemorn decides to share a story with you.
Hashtag me
She's-
too.
Yeah, I was touched by that demon. No.
Gross.
It was over a century past. The great troubles began. Fiends roamed the lands to the north and west of Elturel. Fields were despoiled, livestock slaughtered, homes razed, and people dragged off to a terrible and unknown fate. Terror gripped the hearts of all. The city's cavalry rode across the land, striking down fiends wherever they found them and suffering fearful losses, but it was never enough. For every fiend they destroyed, it seemed as though 2 more appeared elsewhere. The ruler of Elturel, the High Rider, asked his people to pray to the gods for aid. To every astonishment, a mighty angel entered the city the next day. Her name was Zariel, which means companion of light. The prayers of Elturel had been heard, and help had come. Zariel located the gate through which the fiends were entering the natural world. On the fields of the dead, west of the city, Zariel declared that she would lead the cavalry into Avernus, destroying the infernal host that was amassing there, and striking a great blow against the forces of darkness. The High Rider sent out the riders of Elturel, now numbering many thousands, with Zariel at their head, riding a golden mastodon. With a great city, Zariel and her army charged through the gate. The legions of Avernus trembled and buckled, but did not crumble. Zariel was defeated, and the remnants of her army returned to Elturel, overcome with grief at the loss of their glorious general, but confident that the lords of the 9 hells would think twice about threatening Elturel again. There were great celebrations to honor the valiant knights of the cavalry, who became known as Hell Riders from that day on. Which, I'm pretty sure, I think, if I remember correctly, she's a Hell Rider. So she just basically told you, like, the history of the Hell Riders. Gave you a little bit more information on Zariel.
Okay.
After she tells the story, we're just kind of hanging out. I'll look over and ask, how are you holding up with the news of Thavius?
It is hard. It is hard to comprehend that our leader, our great leader, would have betrayed our city in such a manner. Especially after he was the one that saved our holy city. I don't understand why he did what he did. But I know that I must fight for my city and not for him any longer.
Know that I understand your pain. My original order, the order that I grew up with that trained me, is one that I uncovered heresy within their ranks from the top down. And I felt exactly the way that you feel now. And that
We are brethren.
has fueled me on this journey for justice.
I thank you and your group for helping me at least get some answers about what has happened to my city and maybe help save my city.
We will do everything we can. Then we'll go sleepies.
All right. Does anybody else have anything to say before we move on to the next part? Most of the next part, most of everything next is dialogue. I know it's getting late, so it's mostly dialogue.
No.
Okay. So, all right. So over the past 4 days, so if you guys haven't taken a long rest, please take a long rest. Multiple long rests. Over the past 4 days, the weather on the coastway has gradually worsened. Dark clouds release heavy rain until the road runs thick with mud. Yet you trudge on, passing by friendly merchant caravans heading north. On the morning of the 5th day, the rain subsides, but the dark clouds remain. Ahead, you see a path branch from the wider road, heading to the sea. A raven perches solemnly on a leaning post bearing 2 signs that point like arms toward the west. One says, "The Way of the Lion," the other says, "Candlekeep." To be clear, when I first read this, it took me a second. They're both pointing in the same direction.
Oh.
It's 2 signs. They're below each other, and they're both pointing west. So the path is called the Way of the Lion.
Got
and
it.
Leads towards
So
Candlekeep.
it's not like someone in Jurassic Park went and spun the thing around and
Yeah. No.
Okay.
The so I assume you're gonna head along that path.
Yeah, we'll branch to the right or wherever. Keep going that way.
Okay. All right. The afternoon sun shines through the clouds to illuminate the gray walls and pale spires of a time-worn fortress that stands majestically atop a rocky promontory overlooking the sea. The trail leads straight to it. And you see the journal. This is what Candlekeep looks like.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
As you arrive at the gatehouse, you are greeted by 3 monks in purple robes, a human, a shield dwarf, and a sun elf. Around their necks hang holy symbols of Danir, god of writing, whose symbol is a lit candle above an open eye. "Welcome to Candlekeep," says the elf in common. "A gift is required from those seeking admittance. You must donate a book or scroll that isn't already in the library's archives. Please present your gift for inspection."
We have that. The Apocalypto tome.
Yeah, let's give them that.
We'll present that.
Okay.
We'll make this a gift to you, but we need information about it in return.
All right. So you pull out. I don't know if you guys. I don't think I have your character tokens on this sheet yet. Not. Oh crap. This map is gigantic.
Holy
Jeez.
crap.
I didn't realize how big it was until I dropped you onto the map.
Damn.
Okay. And you guys still have Fallister and Rhea with you. I'm just not pulling them in yet. Okay. So you hand over the Apocalypto book to them. They look at it, they analyze it, they spend a few minutes flipping through the pages, and the elf looks at you and says, "This will do. You may enter the city."